We're going to be doing a photo where we're going to delete the background and put something else in the, actually not deleting the background, we're going to be deleting the sky. So we're going to use like a landscape photo, like something similar to my desktop here. And then we're going to put another photo in the sky. So I chose to do Shaquille O'Neal, the meme, as the sky. So he's like looking down on the beach. And then I deleted, the horizon, right? And I had it kind of doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like. But I figured this would be like the easiest option is to use like a beach photo and then use, use a, just like whatever photo that you want to use as the sky. So let's start. Let's start doing this. Let's start getting this ready. So I'm going to close this. And, I'm going to close that too. And so let's start by opening one of the photos. I'm going to open this one. So we're going to right click and copy image address. And we're going to paste it into Pixlr. I'm going to click on the gray bar and right click, paste. There we go. Alright, so we have our beach photo open. And then we need to get Shaquille O'Neal. But I think we're going to use a different one. We might use the hot sauce face. I think that might be a little bit better. So I'm going to look that up. Hot sauce. I think that this is like the funniest thing. Is his hot sauce face. I think it's really funny. So I'm going to right click, copy image address, and then go back to Pixlr and go to File and open image URL. Paste. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this guy. So I had to select it first to delete it. And so there's a couple different options you can use. You can use the magic wand tool. And when you use that, you have to make sure you click on new selection and you just click any part of the sky. And then to add to that selection, you just keep clicking on areas that are not selected. However, this is kind of like, you see what's going on? Is that it starts bleeding into other parts of the photo. So it's really kind of tricky to use. So I wouldn't do that. I'm not doing that with this photo today. So another option you have, of course, is the selection, the freehand selection, the lasso selection, and you can use the magnetic tool. But since you have this straight edge right here of the photo, it might not be the best for the magnetic because you're going to have a steady hand to make that selection. Like that. You see? And so if your finger kind of wanders off, it might not be a good thing to use. So let's deselect that. So your third option could be it's a selection tool. It's called a selection marquee tool. And all you gotta do is just drag it over. It has a preset rectangle feature or a circle feature. You just kind of rest it really close to that horizon line right there. And then it's selected. And then all you have to do is just press delete. Like that. And it disappears. So we don't need that anymore. So I'm going to deselect that by doing Control D. But I do have to get Shaq over. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the whole thing, the whole photo. So we're going to hit Control A as an apple, and then do Control C as a cookie, and go back and do Control B as in Victor. So now he is on the same photo as the background photo, which is the beach, but then he needs to get behind this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my bottom layer where the beach photo is, and I'm going to double click on this locket right here. It shows that it's locked. I'm going to double click on that and it'll unlock it. So then I can take my mouse and click and drag that layer to the top. So when I do that, it puts it right in the front. Now I'm going to click on the bottom layer because now Shaquille O'Neal is on the bottom, and I'm going to move him up and resize him. So let's do that right now. Let's move him up and resize him. It's all coming together now, kids. It's all coming together. Let's do resize, retransform. I'm going to stretch them out a little bit. Like that. It's all coming together. Look at that. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now I might have to zoom out a little bit. Yes, apply those changes for right now. I'm going to use my navigator window right here to zoom out, and then I'm going to go back to free transform, and I'm going to pretty much put them in all of that empty space right there as much as I can. Yes. So every time I get out of that window, it'll ask me, "You sure?" And then I have to click yes, I am sure, and then just kind of start with those steps all over again. So there we go. I'm trying to kind of center him a little bit like that. All right. So there you have it. And then if you go in, there you go. You got Shaquille O'Neal looking at you on the beach. I know we got like some, glare right here because of the sun, but it's a surreal photo. So it seems real, but it's not, and you know why it's not. So there you go. So if you have any questions, you can email me at erica.rosser, erica.rosser, ROSSER, at desertsands.us. And that's my school email. And then there's the email that's associated with the YouTube channel, which is 123 photoskills with the Z at gmail.com. Okay, kiddos? Have fun and make some creative photos.